I'm V Prospect, and for the last 4 or 5 years, I have been playing on controller. But for the last 4 weeks, I decided to start practicing on keyboard and mouse to see if it's better or worse. In this video, I'm going to be talking about everything that I learned and everything that I do or don't like about keyboard. So if you're interested in switching and you want to know yourself, make sure to watch all the way through. With that being said, hope you enjoy. So my first week of keyboard and mouse was pretty shaky, and it was definitely a lot of doing creative by myself. I put in hours each day just mastering the basics of just building floors, building walls, doing single edits, stuff like that. The first week was very slow, but it was still progress nonetheless. When the second week rolled around, that's when I started doing more combat-based things. By that, I mean I started 1v1ing my friends more and doing some public game modes like Zone Wars and The Pit. These helped me get things going quicker as I was able to actually fight and apply my knowledge. But one thing I would say is that I spent a lot more time in creative than I did actually practicing fighting or real mechanics. So if you are watching this and you are starting out keyboard, I would definitely recommend going in slow motion 1v1s, practicing actual useful drills, 1v1ing people from the rip, things like that, as those will breed actual progress. And when week 3 came around, it wasn't too much different from week 2. I was able to do some more advanced edits, but I was still a little bit brain dead when it came to keyboard. For me, the hardest thing was the complexity of having one key for everything, because I was on controller and controller was always the most simple thing to play on for me. So it was definitely a lot of brain frying, a lot of mental effort. But then I took a break from the game for quite a while, and I didn't really come back to keyboard for a while either. So after probably a month-and-a-half break, I came back to keyboard, and that's when week 4 started. But week 4 was definitely way different than week 3, because although I wasn't practicing in the month and a half, it's almost as if the knowledge and the keys, the hand movements was all setting into my head. And after readjusting to keyboard, after within a day or two of my 4th week, I was able to find myself in a sort of flow state. It was way less often that I was struggling to find a certain key, and I was able to honestly lock into what I was doing, especially in the piece control 1v1s and 2v2s. I was able to actually try harder, do things faster without messing myself up. And to be honest, I hit quite a few impressive clips that would be impressive for even when I was on controller, which snippet of my highlights right here, drop in tomorrow by the way.
I know she would love me down to the ends of the earth. She would show me my worth. She would make me feel right. Not sure.
And as you can see, it's definitely a huge difference from weeks 1 through 3. But if you're watching this and you're looking for some advice for yourself switching from controller to keyboard and mouse, I got you. As I mentioned before, practice in real things like slow motion 1v1s, practice drills. Don't rush into anything too fast because that will just build bad habits for you. And don't rush into getting better. You got to keep the faith, keep the progression, keep the consistency. Consistency beats all, and that's one thing I should have stuck to be honest. But slowing things down, doing the small components of drills before really practicing them themselves in full speed is definitely the #1 thing I could say to do. And like I said, be patient. I'm nowhere near where I want to be on keyboard and mouse yet, but that's why there's month 2 and month 3 and month 4. I'm gonna keep at it, and I'm gonna keep making these videos to show you guys my progress. So if you guys wanna keep seeing my progress, keep seeing me improve, keep seeing what I think of keyboard and mouse, make sure to subscribe, make sure to drop a like. But that being said, thanks for watching, and if you're doing the switch yourself, good luck to you. Hope you do well, my friend.